I think having a system, so whether that's a paper planner or an online planner or using something like Google Keep, but you have to have a system to stay organized. One thing that I've recommended to some that they found super helpful is instead of multiple folders, to still have your multiple folders, but have one folder that's sort of your to-do folder. So everything that you need to do for that day goes into that folder. When you go home that night, you do it, move it into the done pouch of that folder. Because I think when you get home at night after having 4 or 6, 7 classes, whatever you have, to try and figure out what do I have to do, and it's in so many different places, it's hard to get that organized. So that's one organization tip I like to use. I think having a color-coded system is super helpful. So you know if you have these 4 classes, I'm going to have these 4 colored folders. Or some people like to have like a 3-subject notebook, so they only have 1 notebook for each, but have a section for each of the their subjects, and that can work too. Yeah, so that's a lot of time management. I think it's figuring out how much time you're going to have, whether you have time at night or you also have time during the day at school. But you're going to have to plan your nights, because on game nights you probably get home later than on practice nights. So you really have to be super organized. As we sort of started talking about that planner or your calendar, it's really being very organized. How much time do you have a night? So how much can you get finished in the evenings? I always say use your lockers, but I know that students don't, and I really have yet to figure out why. I think it's a little easier now that we're in the block schedule. You only have 4 classes a day, so you're not having to carry all 8, your 6 or 7, 8 subjects. The lockers just give you a space to stay organized during the day. Yeah, I think it's helpful to have a timer and to really set that timer, or if you so that you are working for a chunk of time. So maybe it's 20 minutes I'm going to work, and 5 minutes I'm going to get up, go outside, walk around, come back. Because instead of having to sustain, 2 hours of straight sitting there, because then your mind sort of wanders. If you don't need a timer, then it maybe is also then an incentive. So I'm going to do this. It's going to take me 45 minutes, and then I'm going to get to do something, that I might enjoy a little bit better.